What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, back in part 2, we took some sample Pickem sheets and converted them into valid player entries within the program. Next, we created a player pool by clicking on the Finalize Player Picks button. Now, with our player pool active, we can begin updating our player entries according to the results of each football game. After finalizing player picks, 5 new tabs appear at the bottom. You have your 2 game mode picks tabs, which can either be straight up, confidence, or point spread game modes. You have your 2 stats tabs and a settings tab. In this video, we're going to demonstrate updating our pool by covering the first 2 tabs associated with it, which are the game mode picks tab and the game mode picks tab scoreboard version. So let's dive in. Okay, so go ahead and click the straight up picks tab. As you can see, the picks tab lists the current NFL season and Pickem week, the total jackpot amount if you enabled that when setting up your Pickem sheet back in part 1. Otherwise, it'll just say free to play right here. The list of matchups, and all participating player entry rows. Now, the pick sheet is where you update your player pool to determine a winner. You have this row that says select game results. All you have to do is go down this row, click the drop down box underneath each game and select the result. So for example, in the first game, I would select the Dallas Cowboys if they won the game, the Tampa Bay Bucks if they won the game, tie if the game resulted in a tie, or postponed if the game was postponed. The Bucks won that game, so I'll select Tampa Bay. Now, by default, as you continue selecting game results, the player entries will get highlighted. Green boxes mean the player made a correct pick. Red boxes mean an incorrect pick. Gray boxes mean a tied or postponed game. And yellow highlighted player names indicate those currently in first place. Also displayed by default is each player's current record and ranking. We'll talk more about the different formatting when we go over the settings tabs in another video. For now, let's set some results for the remaining games. Now, as soon as you select the last result, whether it be the last game or the tiebreaker score, a message prompt appears asking you to save results for the season. We're going to go over saving results in another video, so I'm going to select no for now. Once all the results are in, by default, at least one player's entire row will turn yellow, which indicates the winner. In this case, is sim player number 5. Now, the straight up and confidence mode pick tabs work exactly the same when it comes to entering game results. The point spread picks tab is a little different. Instead of selecting game results from the drop down box, you have to manually enter the final scores for each game. And that's pretty much it for the regular picks tab. Go ahead and click the straight up pick scoreboard tab now. Now, as far as the scoreboard picks tab, it doesn't matter which game mode you selected. The scoreboard tab works exactly the same across all 3 game modes. The difference between the regular picks tab and the scoreboard picks tab is this. Instead of selecting game results from drop-down boxes or manually entering final scores, all you have to do here is click this update button to update all games and player entries automatically. Let's do that now. Keep in mind you'll need an internet connection to use this tab, as the program will pull data from a source website to get each game's current status. Sit back and give the program time to do its thing. As you can see, player entries and each game status is updated. And once again, Sim Player 5 is the winner. And that's about it on how to use both game mode picks tabs. Just remember, you want to email your players the end user versions of the pool that was saved in the player pools folder. One version of the end user file contains the scoreboard tab. The other version of the end user file does not contain the scoreboard tab. In the next video, we'll go over the weekly stats and season stats tabs. If you run a home or office football pool and have access to Excel, head over to footballpickemmanager.com and download a copy of the workbook to follow along with me in these videos. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, post any questions or comments you have about the program below, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you then.